Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday addressed rallies in Bihar's Jamui and Gaya Lok Sabha seats, both of which go to polls in the first phase. Addressing a rally in Gaya, Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanked the people for giving him and the BJP the opportunity to serve them and said he will form the government again with their blessings. Later, the Prime Minister also held a public meeting in Bihar's Jamui. Addressing the gathering, he said that governance gets in the reverse gear when Congress and its allies come to power. LJP chief Ram Vilas Paswan's son, Chirag Paswan, is contesting from the Jamui seat. LJP is part of BJP-led NDA.
पुलवामा हमले के बाद देश के वीर सपूतों ने किस तरह अपने शौर्य का प्रदर्शन किया। भारत के इतिहास में पहली बार आतंकियों के घर में घुसकर उनको सबक सिखाने का काम हमारे जवानों ने किया। आज पूरी दुनिया आतंक पर हमारे प्रहार की चर्चा कर रही है, लेकिन महामिलावटी कहते हैं मोदी सबूत दो, सबूत दो।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi also addressed a rally at Bhavani Patna in Odisha's Kalahandi on Tuesday. Addressing the rally, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that 24 lakh houses in Odisha have got free electricity connection, while 8 lakh poor families have been given houses in Odisha. Prime Minister said that he had worked diligently for the past 5 years without a single leave to bring about transformation in the country.
साथियों, आपने अपने इस प्रधान सेवक को 5 वर्ष पहले दिल्ली का दायित्व दिया और सेवा करने का आदेश दिया था। बीते 5 वर्षों में एक भी दिन की छुट्टी भी लिए बिना एक शरीर से जितना काम लिया जा सकता है उसका पल पल का उपयोग करते हुए मैंने देश की सेवा करने का प्रयास किया है।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi targeted the ruling BJD government in the state, saying if BJP had formed a government, development in Odisha would have been faster and better. He said that the Congress and the BJD conspired to keep the poor, forcing people to migrate to other states of livelihood.
कांग्रेस और बीजेडी पर गंभीर आरोप लगाना चाहता हूं। इन जैसे दलों ने गरीब को गरीब रखने की साजिश रची है, एक ऐसी साजिश जिसका पाप ये दल कभी नहीं धो पाएंगे। गरीब को उन्होंने वोट बैंक समझा है, जो चुनाव दर चुनाव इनके साथ बहुत विश्वास से जुड़ा और उन्होंने हर चुनाव के बाद गरीब को धोखा दिया है।
BJP President Amit Shah on Tuesday charged Congress nominee Karti Chidambaram, contesting from Shivaganga Lok Sabha seat, and DMK's Kanimori, seeking election from here, with being tainted by corruption. Addressing a poll rally in Tuticorin, he hit out at the National Conference leader Omar Abdullah for his Prime Minister for Jammu and Kashmir sentence. Shah, seeking votes for his party candidate and State Unit Chief Tamili Sai Sondara Rajan, said that when BJP-led government returns to power at the centre, it would continue contributing even more for the growth of Tamil Nadu. Shah also addressed rallies at Shivaganga and Coimbatore.
डीएमके ने कनी मोदी जी को प्रत्याशी बनाया है। डीएमके के पास श्रीमान राजा, श्रीमती कनिमोजी, कार्ति चिदम्बरम, सारे कैंडिडेट एक से एक भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप में घिरे हुए भ्रष्टाचार 12 लाख करोड़ रुपए के घपले घोटाले भ्रष्टाचार करने वाली यूपीए को कोई अधिकार नहीं है देश पर शासन करने का।
Election manifesto of the Indian National Congress Party was released on Tuesday in the presence of senior Congress leaders, including party president Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, and former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. The Congress manifesto makes several big-ticket promises with a few major focus areas. These include eliminating poverty, creating more jobs, reducing farmer distress, providing health care for all, and simplifying the GST regime.
मैनिफेस्टो में 5 बड़े आइडिया हैं, हमारा हाथ का सिंबल है और 5 हमारे मेन थीम्स हैं.
5 fingers in the Congress hand and 5 big ideas in the party's manifesto. After 121 public consultations and 53 closed-door consultations, the party has prepared a manifesto that it says reflects the hopes of the people.
As every survey, every research will tell us, the real issues are, number 1 is unemployment. The second issue is farmers' distress. Farmers' loan burden has increased year after year after year.
The 5 big promises in the manifesto include minimum income guarantee to eliminate poverty or the Nyunatam Aay Yojana. Under this scheme, 72,000 rupees per year will be transferred to the poorest 20% households in India. And as far as possible, the amount will be transferred to the woman of the household. The party has pledged to make jobs its number 1 priority, both in the public and the private sector. To ensure 34 lakh jobs in the public sector, all 4 lakh central government vacancies will be filled before March 2020. State governments will also be persuaded to fill their 20 lakh vacancies. For farmers, the Congress promises to put them on the path from Qarz Maafi to Qarz Mukti. This will be done through remunerative prices, lower input costs and assured access to institutional credit. The party has also promised to present a separate Kisan budget every year and establish a permanent National Commission on Agricultural Development and Planning.
किसानों का एक सेपरेट बजट होना चाहिए. हिंदुस्तान के किसान को मालूम होना चाहिए कि उसको कितना पैसा दिया जा रहा है, उसकी एमएसपी कितनी बढ़ाई जाएगी, सब उसके सामने होना चाहिए. जो हमारे किसान हैं, ईमानदार लोग, वो जब बैंक लोन लेते हैं, अगर वो पैसा वापस नहीं दे पाते हैं तो उनको जेल में डाल दिया जाता है, क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस माना जाता है. हमने निर्णय लिया है कि उसको अब हम क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस ना माने.
The party has also promised to enact the Right to Healthcare Act and guarantee every citizen free diagnostics, outpatient care, free medicines and hospitalization through a network of public hospitals and enlisted private hospitals. As for the GST regime, the Congress promises to radically simplify it with a single moderate rate of tax, zero rating of exports and exemption for essential goods and services. The Congress has also promised to allocate 6% of the budget for education. The Congress manifesto also says that entrepreneurs will not have to seek any permission for first 3 years for their businesses, and businesses with over 100 employees will be asked to implement an apprenticeship program. The manifesto also promises to review the controversial AFSPA that gives unprecedented power to security forces in disturbed zones like Jammu and Kashmir and some parts of the northeast. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley hit out at the Congress Party and its manifesto, saying that the Congress Party's intent is never clear, and this can be made out reading the finer details of its manifesto.
I am sure the country will not be in a mood to oblige him for implementing the kind of promises which are contained in this manifesto. Some of the ideas are positively dangerous. they are an agenda for the balkanization of India. Even though there was a drafting committee, but it appears that some of the important points have been drafted by the Congress president's friends in the Tukde gang when it deals with Jammu and Kashmir and national security. मैनिफेस्टो में ये कहा गया कि जब वो वायदा करते हैं उसको निभाते हैं, लेकिन जानकारियों के अभाव में जो वायदे किए जाते हैं और ऐसे वायदे जो किए जाते हैं जिनको कभी लागू नहीं किया जा सकता, जो अपने आप में खतरनाक हैं, तब तो जनता उनको ये अवसर नहीं देगी। इस मैनिफेस्टो में ऐसे एजेंडाज हैं जो देश को तोड़ने का काम करते हैं, राष्ट्र की एकता के खिलाफ जाते हैं, और जो कांग्रेस पार्टी और विशेष रूप से गांधी परिवार की, नेहरू गांधी परिवार की ऐतिहासिक भूल थी जम्मू कश्मीर के संबंध में, जिसके लिए देश कभी उनको माफ नहीं कर सकता, उस एजेंडा को और आगे खतरनाक रूप से बढ़ाने का प्रयास करते हैं।
Meanwhile, leaders cutting across the party lines reacted to the Congress's manifesto. Reacting sharply to the manifesto, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that the Congress had laid out its 55 years of failure in a 55-page manifesto.
2019 में 55 वर्ष बनाम 55 महीनों की उपलब्धियों का ब्यौरा देश की जनता के सामने आ रहा है, या 60 साल बनाम 60 महीनों के कार्यों का ब्यौरा जनता के सामने आ रहा है, तो कांग्रेस नेतृत्व की सरकार या कांग्रेस की सरकार के 60 साल के कार्य और मोदी जी के नेतृत्व की भारतीय जनता पार्टी सरकार के 60 महीनों का कार्य में अगर तुलनात्मक अध्ययन करें तो मोदी जी का 60 महीनों का कार्यकाल कांग्रेस के 60 वर्ष के कार्यकाल पर भारी पड़ता दिखाई देता है।
घोषणा पत्र में ऐसी कोई ठोस और नवीन चीज नहीं है जिसका उल्लेख पहले घोषणा पत्रों में ना हुआ। कांग्रेस पार्टी हर साल अपने घोषणा पत्र में गरीबी कम करने का, रोजगार देने का, महिलाओं के साथ न्याय करने का दावा और वादा करती रही, नतीजा कुछ नहीं निकला।
ये हमारा जो एजेंडा ऑफ अलायंस बीजेपी के साथ था, जिसमें था रिवोकेशन ऑफ एस्पा और जो सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस सिविलियन एरियाज है उनको वहाँ से वापस ले जाना और डायलॉग करना, उसके लिए रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स जो है सेपरेटिस्ट के पाकिस्तान के साथ, तो ये सारी वही चीज़ें हैं जो पीडीपी और बीजेपी के एजेंडे में थी। मुझे खुशी है कि कांग्रेस ने इन चीज़ों को आज अपने मैनिफेस्टो में इंक्लूड किया।
And BSP chief Mayawati on Tuesday said that both the BJP and Congress never worked for the development of backward and minority sections. Kicking off her party's election campaign in Odisha at a rally in Bhubaneswar, she said reserved category vacancies in Odisha are lying vacant due to lack of concern and seriousness of ruling BJD towards uplift of backward and minority communities in the state. Though BSP's presence in Odisha is limited, the party has been contesting both Lok Sabha and Assembly elections in the state in recent times.
केंद्र की वर्तमान भाजपा सरकार ने भी पूर्व की कांग्रेसी सरकार की तरह ही देश के खासकर यहाँ दलितों, आदिवासियों, पिछड़े वर्गों, मुस्लिम व अन्य धार्मिक अल्पसंख्यक समाज के लोगों का भी कोई खास विकास व उत्थान आदि होने वाला नहीं है, बशर्ते जब तक यहाँ इनकी व अन्य विरोधी पार्टियों की भी इन वर्गों के प्रति अभी भी चली आ रही इनकी जातिवादी, हीन, संकीर्ण व सांप्रदायिक सोच पूरे तौर से बदल नहीं जाती है।
Notifications for the fourth phase of general elections were issued on Tuesday in different states that go to polls on 29th of this month. In the fourth phase, polling will take place in 71 constituencies across 9 states. April 9th is the last date for filing of nominations. Scrutiny will be done the next day, which is 10th of April, while the last date for withdrawal of candidature is 12th of April. Voting will be held in 17 seats in Maharashtra, 13 seats each in Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, 6 seats each in Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, 5 seats each in West Bengal and Bihar, 3 in Jharkhand, and 1 seat in Jammu and Kashmir. The prominent face in this phase are Samajwadi Party candidate Dimple Yadav, former Union Minister Shri Prakash Jaiswal from Kanpur. From West Bengal's Asansol seat, TMC candidate Munmun Sen to contest against BJP's Babul Supriyo, while BJP's Giriraj Singh to contest from Bihar's Begusarai. The Lok Sabha elections will start on 11th of April and continue till 19th of May in 7 phases. The counting will be held on 23rd of May. Meanwhile, with Odisha 2, fourth and final phase nominations has started for 42 assembly segments, polling to take place on 29th of April. CPI has questioned the political logic of the Congress by fielding Rahul Gandhi against the left in Kerala's Wayanad constituency. CPI leader D. Raja said that the left is fully prepared to take on Rahul Gandhi in the political contest, but the party's decision is against the spirit of opposition unity.
Is CPI feeling some uncomfortable situation in Wayanad when Rahul Gandhi is coming there?
Not at all. CPI has fielded its candidate. Our candidate is campaigning. We are fighting that seat as part of the LDF in Kerala. It is for the Congress party to think over taking the national president of Congress party to Wayanad is politically correct. What is the politics they want to convey to the people of this country? What is the political logic they have got in deciding his candidature? It is a very, very short-sighted decision of the Congress party.
On one hand, Congress is saying that we should be united against BJP and against Modi, and on the other hand, they are fighting to you can say its own similar allies.
Exactly, that's what Congress party lacks any logic when they claim such a thing, and they are not fighting BJP. Mr. Rahul Gandhi could have gone to a constituency where he could have fought against BJP directly, fighting against CPI, fighting against the left. What is the message that Congress party wants to convey?
So do you think that this time you are going to give a tough contest to Rahul Gandhi?
We are campaigning on certain policies, and the left parties, the Communist Party of India, we are all campaigning against BJP. We genuinely think BJP, RSS combined must be defeated. BJP and its allies must be defeated.